Hello everyone, I am Dr. Bilinjam Dhade, working as assistant professor in botany at Srimati Narmadabai Nago Chaudhary Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kusumba. Today we are going to discuss the most important topic of plant physiology, that is respiration. We are going to discuss this topic in various parts. This video represents the first part in which we are going to discuss the definition and types of the respiration. As respiration is most of the important metabolic processes in the plants or in organisms, in which they generate their own usable energy in the form of ATP molecules from the food material. This process is not restricted to any specific organ or tissues, as like the photosynthesis. As you know, the photosynthesis is restricted to a particular tissues or organs that only involve in the process of photosynthesis, but such type of restriction is not there in the respiration. Each and every cell of the organism can respire. During this process, the glucose molecules, that is food material, is converted or oxidized into carbon dioxide and water. This is actually reverse process. This process can be referred as a reversible process of the photosynthesis. As you know, the photosynthesis is a process in which the carbon dioxide and water is used in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigments, and plants prepare their own food. Whatever may be the food material which is generated in the plants or in the animals, that are converted into usable energy with the help of this metabolic process, and the energy is produced in the form of ATP molecules. However, generally taking oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is not a respiration. Most of us think that the taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide is the process of respiration, but this is not referred as respiration. This is called as a breathing, and this breathing is a physical process. Actually, the respiration is the conversion or the oxidation of the food material into carbon dioxide and water, during which a large number of energy is released. Some of the pathways in respiration do not require oxygen. So it is important to understand how cells perform the biochemical process of respiration, which is essential for life. When cellular respiration stops, all the life processes of that particular cell also stops. So it is very important to understand the process of the respiration. First, we are going to discuss the definition of the respiration. There are various definitions, like respiration is a complex process where complex compounds are oxidized into simpler compound and energy is released. The second definition, respiration is an intercellular process in which complex food molecules are oxidized into simpler molecules and energy is released along with carbon dioxide, is also called as respiration. Next definition is respiration is a cellular catabolic process of oxidation of complex organic food material into simple organic or inorganic compounds with release of energy and fixing such energy into ATP molecules. Such as various definitions are there regarding this respiration. The summary of this definition is that the whatever may be the food material which is readily available, or which is a complex compound, or which is a complex molecules, they are oxidized into simpler form, that is carbon dioxide and water. After the breakdown, it means the conversion of complex food material into the simpler compound, that is called as the respiration. Okay, there are two types of respiration which is based on the involvement of oxygen, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Both processes are important in the respiration. First, we are going to discuss aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is nothing but the respiration which is occurring in the presence of oxygen, that is called as aerobic respiration. Usually it is found in most of the plants. In this type, the food material is completely oxidized into or broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and a large amount of energy in the form of ATP molecules is released. By the oxidation of a single glucose molecule, near about 38 ATPs are produced during this whole process. The process of aerobic respiration can be summarized as a following equation. That is C6H12O6, that is carbohydrate or glucose molecules that are converted into carbon dioxide and water, in which 686 kilocalorie energy is produced during this process, and in this reaction the oxygen is also takes parts. It is under the oxygenic condition. This reaction is carried out in the oxygenic condition. Okay, so near about 38 ATP molecules are generated in this reaction. The second type is anaerobic reaction. It means the process which is occurring in the absence of oxygen is called as anaerobic respiration. In this process, the food material is incompletely oxidized or broken down into simpler organic compound under unoxygenic condition, and very less amount of energy is released during this process, that is 21 kilocalorie per molecule. This amount of energy is released during this process. Generally, anaerobic respiration is known as a fermentation process, and the process of fermentation is named after the end product which is formed during this process of respiration or anaerobic respiration, that is the oxidation. For example, oxidation of glucose into alcohol is called as alcohol fermentation, while oxidation of lactic acid is referred as lactic acid fermentation. Likewise, whatever may be the end product, as per the name of end product, the reaction is also known as that particular process. Generally, organisms are involved, microorganisms are involved in this process of fermentation. Like plants perform alcohol fermentation, while the animals perform lactic acid fermentation under the oxygen stress condition. Only 2 ATPs are formed during this total anaerobic process. Carbon dioxide is liberated in the atmosphere, and alcohol retained inside the cell. This process can be summarized as following equation. This is the first reaction in which the yeast are involved, and this is second reaction in which the lactobacillus are involved. The yeast is a fungi and the lactobacillus are the bacteria. The milk is converted into curd. That is the that process. In that process, the lactobacilli are used, and while the glucose or the sugar is converted into alcohol, in that process there is a use of the yeast. In the first reaction, you can see the glucose molecules that are converted into ethyl alcohol. During this process, uh, carbon dioxide is released and only 21 kilocalorie energy is produced. This reaction is carried out with the help of yeast fungi. And in second reaction, you can see that the glucose molecules are converted into lactic acid, and 21 kilocalorie energy is released during this process, and this process is carried out in the presence of lactobacilli bacteria. Okay, so thank you.